Welcome back, survivors. I'm ChewBubba01, and this is Arc Genesis Part 1, Update Number 2. I think I said all that right. I'm not really sure. It's so hard to tell. But anyway, what I want to do, again, is just give you a quick update. I've added a few tames. A unrendered Therizino. Okay. And I did go out and get a frog just yesterday. Because I need it to go in the ocean to get some black pearls, so I can build me a laser mining tool thing. Anyway, there's our Therizino. Got him in the Arctic. I did go back to extinction. I got a couple of. I got the mom and dad gigas from extinction, so I could breed gigas here. And while I was there, I thought, why not bring Big Red? So I brought Big Red over. What's up, yo? The glasses are dope. And I brought Stitch over. I mean, because these guys were just standing around not doing anything anyway. I went ahead and completed the set of Tech Dinos. So I've got a Tech Rex, Tech Trike, Tech Stego, which was ridiculous. Trying to get one. I tamed it on the side of a cliff. And of course our Tech Raptor and our Tech Perry, who really technically did not come from the space biome or the lunar biome at all. But the others did, so whatever names they had before, I changed it to Space Rex, Space Trike, and so on. Even our Perry, our Tech Perry, which had been named, I named him after one of the Transformers, but I think I'd already used that name. And I did bring one of the mechs over. I mean, because I had multiple mechs over on Extinction. The problem is it has no element. So I want to get some element so I can make it run, so I can get myself some tech armor. And all of that is going to be happening very, very soon, I hope. My little outpost that I keep expanding, that I did not want to be a base, is becoming more and more of a base. And you can see I've got some vaults. I've metaled up in here with an industrial grill and cooker. I've got plumbing in here now, which of course is backwards because, I did the plumbing. It looks terrible on the outside as it does underneath the ceilings here. Building this was a nightmare. It took forever. Anyway, the vaults, these missions keep giving me gazillions of saddles, and I ran out of room. I mean, look, and that's after throwing away a ton of saddles. I still have like 93. And I'm nowhere close to being done. So at some point I'm going to have to thin them out. This one is simply for holding metal. Since that's what I really need these big doors for, is so I can bring in a dino that's holding all the metal and bring it in and unload it. So I don't have to make 40 trips in and out of the door, which I've been doing up to this point. So what we're going to do in this episode is I'm going to kind of go through a highlight reel of the missions that I've done, at least the alpha missions. And a couple of one of the missions called the Bog Beatdown, which lives up to its name, because I was not successful on part of that, and then I'll bring you back. So the first mission was. Along came pollen, and really all you had to do was you go around to these waypoints.
Should be straightforward.
Go to these waypoints or checkpoints, and you have to wait there. I guess I got a little excited here and just kept going.
Let me scan this right quick.
But then you wait, and then you get attacked by all sorts of hostile dinos. once HLNA is done scanning it, you move on to the next one. And you just continued this process for a while till you got to where the real pollen was.
There's our target.
Let's see, more mobs, lots of sarcos, snakes. And the pollen was encased in like, I don't know, some sort of tree trunk almost. But they're real close to these poisonous trees. And so I did finally learn to bring something to filter out the poison. But it doesn't help She-Hulk any. She-Hulk still gets poisoned. And I did go around and kind of like bite the trees and expose all the pollen, and then I would circle around to clear out any mobs so I could get the pollen without getting killed.
What's that over there?
And that worked part of the time. You see, like, she's poisoned there, so now it's going really slow.
Look at that.
Part of the time that just took too long to circle it twice. But once you got them all, right here I am. I'm going to pick one up. But after you get all of them, you have to make your escape.
Over there.
Like there's the
Retrieval
last
complete.
one.
Now for the getaway.
Yeah, now for the getaway. So then you have to follow this path and make it to a marker before time runs out. And I can see that I've got a minute, and I'm also poisoned. I'm being bitten in the rear end by something. Probably a snake. And timer's counting
We're
down.
running out of time.
I don't know how closely you have to follow the path. And wow, I get really turned around here. And I'm not watching the time. It's slipping down. 15 seconds. I'm close to the end. Here comes more Spinos. Getting closer. But I ran out of time. Ran out of
Sorry,
time.
I should have prepared. Retrieval
So,
complete.
I did
Now
it
for the
again.
getaway.
I got plenty of time now. 2.5 minutes. I mean, I almost made it in 55 seconds, so 2.5 minutes shouldn't be too hard. But I'm poisoned. Hit the bug spray, keep the bugs off. And now we can move.
Still time on the clock.
And I'm just gonna run for it. I'm not stopping. Gonna bite my way through the trees. There's a Spino. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I see your friend. Bye-bye. So there's 2 Spinos behind me. There's a third one to my left. We're gonna hook this corner. I hear raptors. There's Spinos. And this place is defended by 3 more Spinos. Of course. And it all hits the fan right here. But let's keep going.
We got away. Woo!
And they're all gone. They disappear once you meet it. Which is kind of scary, because it throws you off too when you finish it. But there's some typical loot. Soups and saddles. This bog hunt, I'm not even sure what I was picking up. But the only indicator where to go was a hand that you'll see.
Time for a bit of fussing.
Green means you're going in the right direction.
Gathering.
Any other shade that gets away from green means you're going the wrong way. And so you just have to follow the hand around. And this one is spread all over the map. So there's like 4 in this area. And then we're going to travel several hundred meters once to get all 4 of these to another section to get 4 more. And so you do this like 3 or 4 times. Until you finally get to the end. But like I said, I don't even know what these are.
Let's get some more of those.
Yeah, let's get some more of those. Those things. Thingies. So now I've got to go to another section, which you can see is a little bit of ways away.
Let's get some more of those.
And so the last 4 end up being in one of the siphons or sinkholes or drains in the bog. Sometimes they're just scattered around inside the circle. Sometimes they go out. It seems like this was the last one, and it was outside the circle a little bit. And I had some trouble getting it, but I got it.
You're all done. Good on you.
Sarco. Saddles and soups. And then I finished Dodo Ball. On the gamma setting, I think I needed 10 points, and I had 5 minutes to make 10 points. The beta, I think you need about 25 points you had 5 minutes to get. And then I had to get 50 points in 5 minutes. So you kind of learn how to shoot a 3-pointer as best as you can.
Time's up, Survivor. Yes. Good on you, Survivor.
Not as much loot from there. And then we begin the hunt missions. All these are basically the same, and there's like 3 or 4 of them.
Fancy a hunt, Survivor?
Swamp Placid, we're looking for a
Let me
ginormous
scan this right quick.
Sarco, and
Huh,
she has to
look at
scan,
that.
and you look for little white footprints,
I found
like
some.
right there. And I think maybe the Sarco was the hardest one,
Hold up,
because a
Survivor.
lot of the
What's
footprints were
this?
underwater,
Aha, I
and
found
they'd be
some.
under the algae. What would give them away would be a little red light
Over there.
underneath them, which turns green when you walk over it.
Tick, and I'll scan this for
If you
you.
look over on the right, you have to get around 121, but you don't have to get exactly 121. Once you get about a third of the way through,
Huh, look at that.
whatever it is you're hunting will come out and
I
fight
found
you,
something.
and then it'll run away. Yeah, see, here it comes. This is the first fight. And look at the size of that Sarco. It's as big as my rock drake. Now this is the alpha. So on the alpha, I do, I think it's 75% less damage. And it does 75% more damage. Yeah, I kind of sped this up. And then once it takes about a third of its damage, or a third of its health is gone, it will turn and leave and disappear.
Hold up, Survivor. What What's this?
And then you have to pick up the trail again.
Found something.
So I think this is,
Let's have a look. Scanner active.
yeah. So this is the end.
Look at that.
So I've already fought it twice. But here we are at the end, and it has friends that are all in red. The friends aren't too bad. But that big old Sarco. This ended up being a lot tougher than I expected it to be. I got those big points from killing the bugs. But at least you can see their health bar over there on the right. So everybody's dead except for the big Sarco, or the brute Sarco. These are all called brute Sarcos, brute Spino, brute Raptor. So, whatever. All I know is it was putting the beating on me.
Now that's what I call a hunt.
Look how big that is. Nom. Soup saddles armor. The usual. And so this was Spy versus Spino. It's the same thing. It was a hunt for a
Let's get
brute
nearby. Time for a
Spinosaurus. And it's pretty big.
Let me scan this way.
So here we are at the end with the Spino, and look at this thing. And this thing just beats me senseless. I mean, it's wailing on me. And I was not watching She-Hulk's health very much. Although I did get tired of being slapped around, so I tried to maneuver over to the side, but somehow we still end up face to face. The Spino starts slapping me again, which does more damage than the bite, I think. I don't know, let's see. Yeah. So I'm like trying to get away and get around by its back legs or its tail. It just stuck in all those trees. And I'm not watching She-Hulk's health at all at this point, which is bad on me. Because she's getting beat up pretty bad. We killed the Spino. Now we got her friends. The Dimetrodons, I'm not even sure they put up a fight. Yeah, I heal up a little bit, but I'm worried I'll run out of time, so I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, the Dimetrodon's barely doing any damage, so not a biggie. Baryonyx, though. Baryonyx likes to fight. I decided maybe I better lead this up onto land so the Baryonyx can't stun me with a little tail spin. Yeah, I had to get away from the Baryonyx.
Hunter
There
1,
we go.
prey 0. Good on ya.
another hunt. Although, yeah, this one was for raptors. And he kept saying stuff about a pack of raptors. So I thought maybe I would be taking on like a really large pack of raptors at the end or something. And there were some raptors. There's one really big one. And there goes the armor. And there goes me. I'm dead.
Get good, survivor.
Knocked me clean off my tame. Right next to the base. So try it again. This time I brought out Stitch. Because Stitch can dish out the damage.
Time for a hunt.
Bred for fighting Reapers and Rockwell. You know, Stitch could take more abuse than
What's that over there?
and deal more damage than She-Hulk. So here we are at the end. And here come the raptors. And I tried to do the little stunny tail acid thing, but I missed. Stitch was doing plenty of damage just by chomping. And I'm a terrible shot, apparently. No problem.
Now that's what I call a hunt.
Right, we are headed over to the Bog Beatdown mission. And I do not have any high hopes or any expectations for this. I beat this on the Gamma, but I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. I died 3 times trying to beat it. When I beat the Gamma, I defeated the final boss, which looked like the Brood Mother, but maybe a little smaller. And I killed everything else. She was the last one. Killed it. And then my torpor was so high, I fell over unconscious, like immediately after I killed her. So I won, and it said, "Hey, congratulations!" Boom, and I fell over unconscious, and I had to lay there in the water for about 10 minutes, just staring up into the sky. Thankfully, there wasn't anything else in here. You know, and I literally went AFK and just started playing on my phone. There wasn't anything else I could do. So we're gonna try beta. Man, oh man. Okay. So I'm gonna eat one of those and slurp one of those, and then we're gonna go over here.
Ready your weapon,
And
survivor. We got a gauntlet ahead.
By She-Hulk. She-Hulk gets stuck into a cryopod, and then
Gateway is open.
it's going great. You can see why I'm terrible at this. I'm getting killed by
So far, so
moth.
good, but another gateway should appear soon.
Alright, so I better drink one of those. Well, no, I've been poisoned. I didn't bring anything for poison. That was what I was forgetting. Oh well. As long as I stay conscious. Where are we? Torpor is at 0. That was the easy one. And here we go.
Here comes another wave.
that. And that. Whoa. Wait. No. No.
Another gateway is coming.
I think I held my breath. The room's starting to get dizzy. Oh, there comes the torpor. No, 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 no. Coffee. Coffee. Drink the coffee. I meet the overpowered arrow. I don't think I even got the power up a minute ago. No, I didn't. Yeah, just come on. In my face. Just get in my face. Get it over with. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, the soups. The soups made all the difference. Health looks okay. Everything else looks okay. Armor's getting pretty garbage. I wasn't ready for another wave. This is it. This is the last one. We gotta get that power up. No, 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 no. That one. Nope. Nope. No. No. Stop it. Flamethrower? Anyone? Anyone? That's you. Alright, if that's everybody, then we're going back to this. And down one of those. For the head. Aim for the spider. Run, Forrest! Incoming. Oh, I'm not wearing my glide suit. I'm like, why am I not flying away? Oh yeah, I'm only doing like a fraction of the damage that I did before. No, 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 nope, nope, nope. Man. Oh, this is better. Some coffee. Drink some more coffee. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What's my torpor? Oh, it's back at 0. Okay, well, I'm not as afraid to try the alpha, but I don't think that'll go well. I've definitely got to go back and fix armor and stuff anyway. All right, I've repaired my armor, I think. Yes, and I've gotten rid of some extra stuff, and I've actually run a couple other missions. But we're going to attempt the alpha. Now, a lot of people said that you just can't do the alpha on single player.
With the gauntlet.
And, so, you know,
It's opening.
I've already messed up. Slurp, 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 slurp. Say on alpha version, I do like 75% less damage, and I think everything else does more damage. As of right now, I think I'm the only one that's getting damaged.
Listen, don't go into the light. What did I just say?
Alright, well, we knew that might happen. Let's go back to the base and... okay. So, we'll try this one more time. And this time, we're gonna go... seem to be okay there. So 1, 2, 3.
The simulation wants to test us. With the gauntlet. The gateway is open.
Draw the bow back, or are we just gonna... not again.
About that.
I was killed by a moth. Oh. Yes. That is embarrassing.
That's the beauty of the Genesis simulation. You can always have another go.
Yeah, I don't think so. So I think, you know, I don't have to complete all the missions. And it doesn't look like I'm gonna be able to. That's okay. I'm happy that I was able to beat the beta of that, so it wasn't a total loss. You know. So I'm gonna go get my stuff. Call that good. Yeah, I give up on that one. All right, what I want to do, because the bog or the swamp, wherever I am, it's so dark and gloomy. I want to go to the Arctic and see if we can tame a Ferox. We got to do a couple things first.
Why, hello there.
Yeah, I'll take those free hexagons. Hold still. Let's get some. We're gonna need some
Welcome to the
element,
Hexagon
which is
Exchange.
expensive. But I've got plenty of money.
Ka-ching! Cheers, survivor.
All right, because we're gonna need that. And so let's go to the Arctic, and I think I want to go. I think they're gonna be close to Arctic East.
Preparing to teleport.
Oh, I better change clothes. The light. Head for the light,
Here we go.
Caroline.
Coordinates confirmed. Teleport complete.
Right, we are in prime avalanche zone. Let's move for a second. There's a glitch. Let's go fix the glitch.
Yes!
My hovercraft is full of eels. My hovercraft is full of eels. My hovercraft is full of eels. That glitch mucked about with my vocabulary data. Should be alright now.
Yeah, the audio is all messed up. I have Helena turned. I don't have her turned down intentionally. The music is like super quiet to the point where I couldn't hear it. So I've turned everything down. And apparently, I don't know if this controls Helena or if it's one of the others, but whatever. You know, I can read. And so what we want to do is we're going to look for a mission while we're here. And that should get us pretty close. That one. We're going to track it. It shows us that it's over there. So we're going to go there. Okay, we are here. This is the spot. I'll put you on passive. Hope you don't get avalanched away from us. And we're gonna slap down some sleeping bags. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, there's Feroxes here, but this is not where we want to tame them. Hi, guys. Aren't they cute? That one's got some cool colors. You look really cool. But I'm not taming you out here because it's not safe. I would get destroyed and killed. So I did bring backup. Bars. There be bars, har. There's another Ferox. There's one down there in the pit with them. So we need to get rid of the bears. Wrong button. Level 12. Oh, and 26. Alright, we want the female 26. You're level 5. Oh no, 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 no. Alright, so... and see, this is why I want a Ferox. Because they transform into giant 8-foot tall werewolf looking beasts. Sorry guys. Alright, let's see. Is that the 26? You're the 26. Hey, have I got something for you? Where'd you go, 26? Is that you? It is you. You want some tasty element? You want some tasty element. You know you do. You know it. Where are you? You're level 12. You're not... Oh, wait. You're 16. Are you the 26? You are. Oh, wrong button. And then we're gonna escape up here. Where it can't reach us. Hopefully. Here we go. Excuse me, I've got to go up here and not die. Alright, this should be the last one. That's it. I hope.
Now that it's tame, oh, I hope it stays that cute.
Awesome. All right. I was afraid to do any of that earlier. I didn't want to fall off the roof. All right, where'd you go? Where did you go? Come on. Now, the only problem with the Feroxes is they become addicted to the element that you feed them, because you can make them transform into that big creature, which I'm going to do once we get out here. Hey, She-Hulk. Can I pick that up? Sweet. They're so cute. Look at him. He's like, give me more element. Give me the element. Oh. I need two. Fine. Whoa. Whoa. Turn into polygons. We're almost there. Almost made it. You made it. Let's get another picture. Fine. We'll figure out the picture later. You see they move really fast. Which, you know, that's kind of what you would hope with 6 limbs. Let's find something to beat up. I thought I saw it there, Zeno. I may have taken on more than we can shoot. Or however that saying goes. Oh my goodness. Alright, that was a little more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Time remaining. Alright, now there is... Oh, look, I can hang. I'm hanging on the rocks. Okay, it's not what I wanted to do, but it's what I did. Let's see if... I know there's another... There we go. Rock throwing. I mean, you gotta be able to throw rocks in Ark. I mean, that's... I just noticed the trees are swaying. Well, that's awesome. Alright, what else can you do? Woo! And no fall damage. Look at that. That's awesome. Coming through. Coming through. Oh, well, we're going fast. Woo! Oh, another theory. I'm not gonna take on theory, but I'll take you on. Well, thanks for joining me today Hope you enjoyed seeing all the updates, and I will catch you again in a couple of weeks with some more updates, and hopefully I'll be done with the swamp, the bog, and we'll have moved on. I kind of wanted to do all the missions in one area, or as many as I could, before moving on. But again, if anything exciting happens, I'll try to record it. And so until then, go have some fun, and I will catch you next time.